Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 24th Inside Scoop newsletter. So happy that you're there and you get to hear me talk about relationships, the inside scoop about relationships. If you're in touch with your need for connection and you want to learn how to make that miracle happen for you, you're in the right place. All the work I do is about empowering the transformation of relationships by developing the relationship with yourself. Today, we're going to today is going to be the perils of the truth. So I'm picking up from last week when we talked about, when I was demystifying being honesty and realness, and I was talking about honesty and realness as a way of being in the world and the way of relating. If you're in touch with your need for connection and you want to connect more deeply and intimately, you have to be honest and real all the time in your communication. And honest and real, what I was talking about was that it should not require any safety for you to just be able to say what it is your experience is. And it's the way. Being honest and real is the door opening to when two people are honest and real with each other. They can get to know each other, they can bridge understanding, and they're being authentic. And the thing about that I wanted to make the point of demystifying honesty and realness is about that there's intimacy and depth of connection that goes beyond being honest and real. When it becomes more personal, your sharing becomes more personal and private. That requires, there's more vulnerability, and that requires trust. And so you have to build trust to go deeper into that way. And then that's when safety is required. So that's the bullet points of demystifying honesty and realness. So now today, with the perils of the truth, is that I have to let you know that being honest and real in the world, even if it's your modus operandi is what you do, there's going to be issues. You're going to hit up against some challenges, because what happens when you're honest and real is that a lot of times you don't know how the other person's going to respond to you being honest and real. And what I deal with, and what you have to prepare for if you're being honest and real, is people not getting you and not responding and taking personally what you're saying, or misunderstanding it and reacting to it. So for instance, I have here's an example of what I'm talking about in terms of the perils of the truth. So a few weeks ago, I was with my son and my niece, who we don't see very often, but she was visiting, and we were on a walk together, hanging out and connecting and catching up with each other. And she asked me, my niece asked me, while we were walking and talking, do I want to hear about her kids' personalities? That's my nephews and my son's cousins, and this is my niece. And so when we were talking, there was a silence. There was an awkward silence, because the truth was that I had no interest in hearing about her kids' personalities, and I didn't want to sound too harsh or abrupt, so I didn't really say anything. But later on, when we were kind of debriefing, we were saying goodbye, and we were talking about our time together, she had made a comment that she was putting out to see whether we were interested in hearing about their personalities. I didn't say anything, and so I must have not been interested in hearing hearing about the kids' personalities. But she took that personally, and took it like I wasn't interested in her, or I wasn't interested in the kids, and so I took it then at a moment to be more explicit and more clear with her, trying to tell her, hey, listen, the the truth was I wasn't really interested in hearing about the kids' personalities because I'm going to be with them. When I'm with them, I'll experience them for myself. I'll find out for myself what they are. You don't need to tell me about it. It's like seeing a movie. It's like talking about a movie I haven't seen before. And hearing about the kids' personalities doesn't make me feel any closer or more connected to you. So at any rate, I got that out. I was, going on my being honest and real, and it didn't land well. And so I think she was a little bit better about it afterwards. I think she understood where I was coming from, but I still feel like she came away feeling hurt or less than in some way. And so she's not used to, I don't think that she's in her body or connected to her experience or has access to her experience to be honest and real herself and to respond when someone's being honest and real with her. So anyway, that's the perils of the truth. When you're being honest and real in the world, it's not a ticket to heaven. It's not going to work like that all the time, where it's going to lead to a deeper connection. So, all right, next week, I'm going to continue on this theme and be talking about the personalization phenomena, this business that goes on, it's pervasive, this pattern of personalizing what people are sharing with us, who we're talking to, who we're in relationship with. So anyway, yes, rely on the connections you make and the intimacy you create for sustenance. See you next week. Take care.